featuring Professor Ken and Reek in the Lion's Den.
It started off with the fall of man. When the book of Genesis, that's what Eve is doing. She's taking Adam's confidence. God, Adam, I'm giving you dominion over the earth and this and that and other. She said, if I can get you to eat from the forbidden fruit, that you would have all powers. She gave him all kind of, false analogies about whatever, and that's what a female job is, it's who he say he is, so to speak. Like, for example, if you get with a broad, she start asking you different questions, and she asks it to you over and over and over again. What she's doing is she's challenging your authority, but she's challenging your validity to see if what you say you're gonna do, what you say you're gonna do, if you who you say you're gonna be or whatever. It's like like if you say you're going to be with some friends, or I'm going to a football game, she's gonna start questioning what time the football game start. Who gonna be there? There's gonna be some females there. Or whatever, So she constantly asking you that, and then when she asks you that, she's really trying to test you and make sure, that you being who you say you is, and that you tell the truth. And after a while, somebody keep questioning you and asking you the same thing. You get tired of asking the same questions. That's like a form of interrogation. Somebody interrogates you enough, you're gonna just get tired, you're going to just lose confidence, you're going to lose interest, you're going to lose everything. So a lot of times when guys say that their confidence was taken away, actually it's somebody that wore them down over a period of time. See, one thing about men is that men are impulsive and women are emotional. So women, they have more time to think. While you at work or while you out with the fellas or whatever, she at home, she thinking about every aspect, everything, every possible turn, every possible way. And so when you get in the house, she had already been analyzed. So she coming to you from an analytical perspective. She done analyzed everything, so she asks you a lot of questions, and you not prepared for that. So you get upset, and that's usually how domestic violence and all that stuff start, because, a woman usually will wear a man down to the point where he run out of game, he start picking up his dukes, he start swinging on it, because he can't handle her on an emotional level, because he's not an emotional being. Men are stabilities, we breadwinners, we impulsive, we like to work, we like to do things with our hands, we don't like to do things with our minds, most of us, and as a result of that, that causes a man to become violent. He loses his confidence, in that respect, But, what I always tell people is, confidence, if you want to keep your confidence is a state of mind. Confidence and faith is in the same category. So, what I try to do to keep my confidence, no matter, whether it's a female or a male trying to wear me down emotionally, is, I tell myself every day that I'm confident. I speak on things that are not as though they are, believe that I'm going to win. I write my goals down, and that creates confidence. When you believe something, I seen that I want to get it, I study it, and I master it. Because if you know that you can figure out the equation, then that's confidence within itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, part of confidence and part of, then, you got to, pretty much kind of like, instill that into your counterpart too, instill that into your female, like, look, baby, we got to have confidence. We got to believe as you believe. Once both of y'all believe, and then y'all can achieve, especially if y'all can conceive. So it's all about the man taking the man responsibility and being, the leader of the household. And you become the leader by knowing every detail of your position, knowing everything, having a purpose in life. You got a purpose in life. All right, somebody say, if you tell a woman something that you're going to do, and you forget about it, she will tell you exactly what you told her. You the one said that we're going to do it. Or if you say, like, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and you don't do it, she's going to say, that's what you said. And then you have to think, and you have to be like, wow, I did say that. What I'm saying? But you will forget it, but she'll never forget it, because she's going on your account. Men are actors, and women are reactors. She reacting to your action. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of times, if you don't fulfill the action, and then she give you a different reaction. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it could be a negative reaction. That reaction can cause, a problem more, it could cause friction within the relationship because the woman don't feel that she's being fed properly. She don't feel that you're giving her everything, that you're supposed to give her. You're not, living up to your word. And I think that causes, a little friction. I think that's what causes women to become rebellious and become boisterous and argumentative. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think men are not built to argue. Men are, they can argue, but, even in psychology, they tell you if you argue with a fool, from a distance, even if you're smart, they don't know who's a fool because you can never win an argument. An argument's the hardest thing to do. So when a man is being challenged with an argument with a female and he try to win it, nobody wins, But it will wear the man down more so than to wear the female down because the female is more built to argue. You know what I'm saying? Like a skunk, if you put on a skunk, he gonna shoot you with a belly full of funk. You know what I mean? Right. He gonna shoot his funk out. You know what I mean? That's his weapon. If you go into a porcupine, he gonna stick out his sharp porcupines. You know what I'm saying? That's God gave a woman, the ability, to withstand a lot of emotion. To withstand a lot of, she can take more than a man can take emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why, she could cry, and don't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? With a man, it's hard for him to cry because he holds his emotions in. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And sometimes you could be broke down to the last compound. So when he say he loses confidence, it's just because, he's not, they don't have a relationship, that's wholesome. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a wholesome relationship. So that relationship is tainted and there's a lot of fighting going on. If he's not physical with her, if he's not beating her up physically, then she's going to win every time because, you cannot argue a woman. It's not going to happen. And after a while, if you argue enough, it would drain you. And I think he may be getting it misconstrued, still to say he's losing his confidence. He just don't have the wherewithal or the strength to argue or to fight with that person no more. So, unless he's, relationship, he's not feeding the relationship properly. He's not getting enough. I was going to use the term that we all know. He's not putting enough game out there. You know what I'm saying? His game is getting weak. You know what I'm saying? So until he tighten his game up, he's going to keep on having those problems. You got to have your game sharp as a butcher knife. You got to be the sharpest pencil in the pencil sharpener. You know what I mean? You got to be able to know when to go to the movies. You got to know when to buy a present. You got to know when to, keep that, like I call it, automatic shit separator. You got to know how to separate the lie from the jive. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to be, quick wit. You know what I mean? You got to know how to appease and how to quail an argument. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If not, what I'm saying, it's gonna get tainted. It's gonna get real bad over there. But he'll be all right, man. He just got to, figure out, how to fight less with a person and how to compromise more. Because, once you start compromising, you find happy medium in a relationship, I think, that'll kind of slow the argument down a little bit. And, he'll start having more confidence. But the main thing is he got to have a purpose. He got to have a goal. He got to write his goals down. He got to know what he wanted like. And he got to have faith. He got to believe
you said that he got to know what he wants in life. Now, if you want to... I'll say, like, if you want to be a player and have a whole bunch of women, and be honest with that. If you want to have one woman, be honest with that, with yourself.
It's hard to navigate that because, like I said, women are a lot more equipped to battle, with psychologically than men are. And then, like I said, when you out there in the streets and you handling your business, she at home plotting and scheming and figuring out, what type of delivery she gonna give you. Is she gonna hit you with the where you been, or she gonna hit you with, your boy call or somebody call for you? Any little, thing that she got to provoke you, or to throw you off guard. It depends on how she feel, And, if you develop a pattern with this woman of arguing and fighting, eventually, you may think that you're winning, but eventually she's gonna wear you down. You're gonna lose confidence.
Too cool to count 24/7.